Good morning, students. How are you, everyone? I hope you all are fine and stay at home. Students, I welcome you again in the grade 7. But before starting a new chapters, first of all, I am revising the old chapters that was covered before the holidays. So now let's start revising the chapters. Now here is our first chapter. The name of the chapter is Equality in Indian Democracy. That was already covered by me before the holidays. But here we are again revising the topics that was already covered. First of all, here is the meaning of equality. Basically, equality refers that every Indian or every human being have a equal law or a equal right regarding the vote. So according to the our Constitution of India, every Indian citizen have a full right in equal participation in all the activities. So here says that our law, the Indian Constitution recognizes that every person is equal. Here every individual in the country, whether he is a male or she is a female, they all have a equal right or a equal participate in the decision of a India country. So first of all, the meaning of democracy. Students, we live in a country. So our India is a very vast country. Here the largest democracy in the world. So it means that in India there is a rule of the people, by the people, or for the people. This refers to a meaning of a democracy. Here I can focus on the second term, that is the equality. Basically, equality means that everybody or every individual or every citizen is a equal right in the eyes of a law, so that we can't discriminate on the basis of a race, religion, caste, gender, etc. Now here our next topic comes, that what are the types of inequality. There are the various types of inequality that discriminates between rich and poor, or discriminates between the male or a female. So our conclusion is that inequality in Indian democracy says that, or according to the law or according to the constitution, refers that every individual have a equal right to participate in the decision making process, or every individual have a full right to do a vote. Now here is our the second chapter that was already covered. The name of the chapter is health. So basically health means that we are free from any type of diseases. Students, we live in a very modern and in a very fast environment. Day by day our needs, demands, trends are changing. So we have also adjust according to the fast and changing environment. So basically in the modern world, health also means doing a active work and being in a good spirit. Students, you often see that people fall ill. Why? Because they do not have a clean drinking water, or they didn't even take a healthy nutritious diet. So if we want to become a healthy person, we have to concentrate on our health and take a less number of stress. Our government of India was also launched various type of health programs in the rural and in the urban areas, so that people can take care of their health. So according to the constitution or a law of India, it is a fundamental right of every citizen that he or she can receive a basic health care. Here the meaning of basic health care means that they can drink a clean water, or they can take a full nutritious diet. This picture or this slide shows that what is the condition of a health in a rural and an urban areas. If we can take an example of a rural peoples, they are not aware of a various health programs. But if we can take an example of a urban peoples, they are very health conscious. If we didn't take a proper healthcare services, or what are the effects of inefficient healthcare services, it can causes various types of diseases like jaundice, malaria, dengue, etc. So it is a very important that we can take care of yourself. Now students, come to the next chapter that was already covered. The name of the chapter is the tracing changes through a thousand years. So here we can use a two basically terms in this chapter. First of all, the meaning of a cartographer and a cartography. Basically, cartography is a person who draws or produces a map. Second one is the cartography. It refers to a process where we can study about the maps. There are three types of maps. Now, in this chapter, we was also discussed regarding the sources of a history. Basically, there are two sources of a history. First one is the archaeology and second one is the literature. Students, in the past ancient time, there was a no printing press at that time. People usually scribes copied or a manuscripts with their hands. This picture shows that historians and their sources of archaeology. Now students, come to the fourth chapter. The name of the chapter is the Delhi Sultanate. Basically, this chapter focuses on the history of Delhi. So, the Delhi is a noble example for a glory of ancient India. Basically, our Indian history is famous and the longest history in the world. It also helps in present our generation to understand and remember our past. Students, this chapter includes the various type dynasties. It includes 5 types of the dynasties. So this diagram shows that different dynasties that ruled over India. Now students, come to the next chapter. The name of the chapter is Inside Our Earth. So this is the basic introduction about the earth. Here the earth means the earth is our homeland, or it is a dynamic planet. It is constantly undergoing changes inside and the outside boundary of the earth. So this picture shows the interior of our earth, means our earth is just like an onion. This is the basic picture of inside the earth. Means scientists says that there are different layers of our earth, which includes crust, mantle and core. First of all, I can discuss here the meaning of a crust. The crust is the uppermost layer of the earth. So this picture shows the part of a earth which consists of a crust. So crust is also called the thinnest layer among the various types of earth. Second one is the mantle. This picture shows the mantle layer of earth. Third one is the crust. The central core was a very high temperature and a very high pressure of the core. Now next topic is the rocks. There are different types of rocks. First of all is the igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks and metamorphic rocks. Now our next slide is the uses of a rocks, means where we can use the rocks. We can use the rocks in the various types of activities like making of roads, house, buildings, etc. This slide shows the rock cycle process. Basically, it is a process which can transform the rocks from one to another part, which includes the various types of conditions. Now students, here is the last slide. So students, in the end, I want to say that revise all your syllabus very carefully, and in the next class or in the next session I can start with you a new chapter. Thank you.